Welcome to the Bravo Charlie Club podcast, making you 12 and a half minutes more awesome each week. He's Ben, I'm Richard. Let's go. Ben, how you doing this week?
Oh, well, mate, I'm still celebrating, actually. Do you know we forgot to mention that we're well over 1,000 downloads?
Oh, yeah. Woohoo. Go
Yeah. So
us.
thanks to
Yeah.
our listeners for sticking with us, especially those who actually listened to the pilot episode and still kept coming.
Yeah.
Because that was not good.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
We do. Hey, I want to dive into the Fully Awake project and ask you a question. This came up in a recent meeting at work. The Net Promoter Score. It's a marketing term which gets bandied around by people trying to sound fancy, I reckon. Is this old hat or is it tried and true? Like, what does it even mean? And does anyone care?
Yeah, I don't know. I was all in on the Net Promoter Score when it first came out.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seemed like such an easy way to get feedback. So for anyone who doesn't know, the Net Promoter Score is where, say, you reach out to a company and you have some support issue, you resolve the support issue, then they send you that email afterwards to rate your support on a scale of 1 to 10. And so that's the Net Promoter Score. And if you give them a 9 or a 10, you're a promoter. You're happy with it. If you're, I think if you're 7 or 8, you're neutral, and if you're 6 and below, you're dissatisfied or something like that.
Yeah, that's the same formula I've heard. Yeah.
But I think so I was all in on it. But I think the thing about it is that we've probably got better systems of capturing those kinds of things these days, and it doesn't really get to the why. So you've then you've got to ask why you gave that, and then what do you do? Then you got to categorize the why and do a drop down selection of 10 different items, and then you got to question why they chose that item, and then all of a sudden you're more your quick surveys taken 5 questions and just to answer. And so it's like so I think I don't know. It might have some benefit in some limited contexts, but I'm not sure.
No, I'm not
it
there.
Really holds these days.
I'm a bit old school. I just like to thank people when they come in. Thank you for spending money with us, and we hope to see you again soon. Give them a great experience, and they'll want to come back. So interesting. The formula described is exactly how it was being pitched to me as well, and I don't know how many minutes or probably seconds it took before my eyes started to roll over, and I was just like, really, are we still talking about this? Might be just, I hope there's a marketer out there who can write in and go, no, you're wrong, and here's why, and give us the full breakdown. So certainly dive in if you've got a different opinion on that one.
Definitely.
Hey, travel tip of the week. I want to load up on this one. This is probably for the very frequent travelers, but especially if you're heading into the Southeast Asia region, there's a card called the APEC card. I've already forgotten what APEC stands for, but it's like the Asia Pacific Economic Community. We'll go with that. But basically it gives you a fast pass. It's like a fast pass at Disneyland. Where
to other countries,
through the visa system. So you nominate which countries you'll be traveling to on a frequent basis, and when you go through the customs clearance, you can go through with the pilots and stewardesses.
Oh wow, awesome!
Yeah, it's pretty cool. The only thing, if you don't qualify, and there is some criteria. Make sure at least you're using the online visa systems, because they're getting so much more efficient these days, especially like you go through Singapore, even New Zealand. I don't even really use my APEC card in New Zealand. I just go through with the masses because it's so quick. I think we've sort of moved past some of those security concerns that we've had. I hear the US is still a bit of a mess, although you don't have to take off your shoes in LA anymore. So I don't know how many hours that must be saving.
Oh dear, yeah. But you still got, like, when you come back into Australia, you still got to fill out that silly little yellow two-sided card thing, right?
Australia is the worst. Yeah, there is a
What's up with
trial.
us?
There is a trial being done, and I believe it's going quite well. But it was really specific. It was like Qantas flights only into Brisbane, only out of Auckland, and stuff like this. And yeah, I'm not sure where they've got to on that one, but hopefully we'll move into the 21st century soon enough.
God, yeah.
Yeah, you'll know as soon as we do, because it'll happen at the airport. There's no website. There's no website you need to go to. It's just going to happen. You'll have a QR code to scan one day. Yeah, so there you go. Hey, speaking of travel, at least in the feedback, MR sent me a message and he said the best reason for hydrating, because we talked about how you should always hydrate on a long haul flight. He says it lessens the risk of a blood clot. Which I thought was interesting and very, very
probably
practical.
True.
Yeah, it's practical, but I also know that MR is not a teetotaler, and I still think you should be drinking water because it helps you manage your alcohol consumption. That's we're at odds at that one, but I did appreciate the insight, and he probably is right too. So there you go.
Yeah.
One listener asked if we don't buy souvenirs, and we were pretty adamant that we weren't doing that. What about on the flip side? Do we take gifts for people? And if we do, what gifts do we take? I thought that was a nice question. Are you in the habit of taking gifts?
That people give me.
No, to give to other people, you whopper.
So that I might be seeing overseas, like that I'm visiting in my travels.
Yeah.
Sometimes, actually. Yeah. So, like, if we're catching up with friends overseas that we haven't seen for a long time and they used to live in Australia, we might take them some quintessentially Australian things, that the Vegemite as an example, or something along those lines.
I always take my own and I won't give it to anyone. So that's not a gift.
You can take two.
That's not a gift. Although, because we're carry on only, it's actually those Vegemite little sachets that you get in the hotels. Breakfast bar. Because you can't take a full jar of Vegemite. Doesn't meet the 100 ml limit.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Well, I'm different. I follow the Boy Scout motto on this one, to be prepared. So I always pack my bag with chocolates and Australian gifts, like maybe a boomerang or something, because you just don't know. And I use the chocolates generally on long haul flights for the stewardesses, because they have to put up with so much rubbish with everyone. It's nice for them to give a gift, and you get much better service too.
That's a lovely idea, Ben.
Yeah, and it's like $6 for a packet of Ferrero Rocher, right? So it's it's a fairly cheap add-on, but no one else does it. I guarantee you, no one does it. Start doing it, listeners. You'll benefit.
Nice.
And if you
when do you hand them out? Do you hand them out like during
once you're
seated,
or once you're seated? Once they've given you your drink, your pre-flight drink, then I tend to give, this is a gift for you and the staff. Thank you for looking after me, and have a safe flight. And they love it. It's universally loved.
Okay.
I even get thank you notes back from them. So thank you for the chocolates.
That's sweet. Yeah.
I've had some really cool experiences doing that. And I'm not doing it to be thanked. I genuinely want to, thank them, because I know that it's a tough gig. But for some reason, I always seem to get more rewards from that. So highly recommend it. It's an easy hack, and you can just buy them at the airport too. In fact, I just buy a box of favorites or Ferrero Rocher, easy, because they're wrapped and they can share them. It's not like giving a block of chocolate. Yep. So it works well. It works well.
Nice.
We were talking about cheese on pizza and the best pizza toppings.
We were a few episodes ago. Yes, our top 3 toppings. Yeah,
and a marketer actually wrote in. So we do have marketers listening, so we're probably going to get some feedback on this Net Promoter Score.
Yeah, good, great.
And he wanted to share a fun fact. So he said, when well-known pizza brands do their photo shoots, and the person picks up the piece of pizza and it looks like the cheese is stretching for a kilometre.
Yes.
That. So the magic ingredient to make that actually happen in the photo shoot is, wait for it, super glue.
What? How does that work? Is
So
this it's like a cheesy glue mixture on top of a pizza or something?
Yeah, so if you've never been to a photo shoot, you don't actually eat the food at the photo shoot because it's been touched like a million times and had all sorts of weird stuff,
Yeah, all the
to
light
make
and
it
stuff.
look glossy or
Oh, yeah.
the food photography is next
Food
level.
gloss
Yeah.
sprayed on
But
top. Yeah.
But when I was thinking about the best 3 pizza toppings, super glue did not jump to mind
No.
when when I was thinking about. But it was a fun fact, so I thought I'd drop that in. And look, we're always up for listener feedback. Make sure you do leave a comment, send us a text, send Richard an email, and tell him a bit more feedback on his reverse searing project. I think would be a bit of fun. We dove into that one in the last episode, and I'm sure there's still more to come on that.
Oh yeah, I've got to do. I've got to get version 2 of the experiment done.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
We'll book that in. Conundrum, mate. This is a big one. I got teenage girls. You've got a teenage girl. Punctuation in text messaging. Now, apparently, it's considered aggressive.
Don't do it.
My wife and I were laughing at how ridiculous a full stop was considered to be yelling. And our teenage girls are like, no, it is yelling. Anyway, we told this story to another family, right? And they had teenagers, and they're like, well, no, it is yelling. Haven't you learned? And I'm like, what is going on? How do you even type a message now? Like, are you experiencing this?
Yeah, it's real. It's
It's not real. It's unreal.
Well, the angst is real. I'm not sure. I don't know. There's probably a whole series of podcasts to communicate with your teenage kids, I guess.
So, I mean, I get the whole you don't use capitals because that was considered shouting. That was sort of relatively quickly accepted, but to not be able to use a full stop or a exclamation mark or a question mark, like it's like that's just helping to put the message in context. So are we now relying on teenage girls and boys to understand what we're writing without the punctuational equivalent of context attached to it?
Yep, I think so.
That's it. Okay. I'm just going to ring my daughter now.
Yeah, I think
this can only go wrong.
Totally safer.
So have you ever had a situation where a message was just completely misconstrued?
I haven't really had any that are misconstrued, but I am aware of the the punctuation is shouting thing. So but I mean, I roll how I roll, and so that's what I do. So
oh goodness. We're just getting old, aren't we? This is
that's right.
Another one of those
damn
things.
Kids, get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's me, Clint Eastwood in that Gran Turismo.
Gran Torino. Yeah.
That's me. I love it. Hey, that's it, Richard. Listeners have been BCC'd on our week, mate. In next week's show, I want to ask you, what exactly does it mean when someone says, it's the least I can do? So we'll see you next week. Bravo, Charlie Club, out.
And that's the pod.